Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I want to do a video on how I go about the whole meal planning process and getting the best price on my groceries. I do a lot of grocery hauls over here on my channel, as well as full day of meals, and so I thought I would go into that a little bit further today and just explain how I meal plan, how I make my grocery list, etc. If you're new here to my channel, my name is Julie. I am a mom of 5 and we homeschool, and I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel and stick around if you like what you see here today. So as far as my meal planning goes, I do like to write out a list in detail, all of my meals for the week before I do my grocery shopping trip. And I do plan breakfast, lunch, and supper. I don't always stick to exactly what I've written down, but as our family's growing, and like for me to make a meal for 6 of us, like it's not just an easy like, oh, I'll just make grilled cheese, or oh, I'll just make sandwiches, or I'll just, it can be simple, but it's not like I can just grab 3 or 4 pieces of bread. Like we need a full loaf of bread for a meal. And so as our family has grown, I find it's so much easier if I just meal plan every meal. And often we will switch the meals. Like I'll have a plan written out for the week, and then Wednesday we end up having Thursday's lunch. And we'll switch it up where we need to, but I do like to know that I have enough groceries to last us for the week for whatever our meal plan is. Also, with us homeschooling, I find lunches, I really like to prep them early or just have them something that is super easy for me to make. And so I don't like getting up in the morning and thinking, what are we gonna have for lunch today? I really like when it is all written out for me. So when I grab my paper and my pencil and I am ready to write out my meal plan, one of the first things I do is look on the calendar and see what our plans are for the next week. So what I choose for a dinner especially will really change based on what we have going on that week. So if we have something just before supper, then I want something that's really easy, or something that is in the slow cooker or the Instant Pot that will be ready right when we get home. Or if we're going out in the evening, I definitely for that day will choose a meal that, a couple of things. One, if we're going out right after supper, I want our dinner to be not very messy, so not very many dishes, that I can quickly just do the dishes after and we can go out. Number 2, I want it to be a meal that my kids will eat, because if I have to be like, come on, have another bite, let's go, let's eat, and then we have to go out right after, that can be stressful. So I want it to be something my kids will easily eat and enjoy. So there are quite a few items that I always have in my fridge or my freezer or pantry. I always have them on hand. So some of the basic stuff like milk and eggs and bananas and apples and cucumbers, and I have like frozen veggies and bread in my freezer. In my pantry, I always have a good amount of canned goods. So I have diced tomatoes and kidney beans and black beans and crackers and cereal. I'm sure you guys are the same. There are a lot of items that when I am running low on them, I put them on my grocery list no matter what, because I always want to be stocked up on those. And they also give me a little bit of extras for if we do start to run out of groceries. I have a few meals that I know that I can make because I know that those items are always on hand. There are other items, food items, that I will only buy if they're on sale, and if there's a good sale on them, I will buy them and I will stock up on them. And then there's another kind of category of groceries that I don't always have on hand, but if they're on my menu plan, that's when I will buy them. So they're items that maybe if I bought and I didn't have them on my menu plan, maybe they would go bad or we just wouldn't eat them. But if they're on my menu plan for that week, then I will put that item on my grocery list. So for a basic idea of how my menu plan looks, if you watch my grocery haul, then sometimes you will see my dinner menu plan. I usually write that out when I do a grocery haul. But for a typical week, we will have breakfast for dinner one night. That is just super easy. Our most common ones would be like pancakes or waffles, but then sometimes we'll do like breakfast sandwiches, that's what I was trying to say, breakfast sandwiches, or like eggs and bacon. But any one of those breakfast for dinners, we do that about once a week. Also, once a week we'll usually have some day where I want to just have like what I would call a lunchy meal. So this would be a great meal for if we're going out right after supper, or we need to eat supper early or something. But those lunchy meals would be like grilled cheese or macaroni and cheese, just sandwiches, something really easy that's typically more a lunch. One meal a week is probably leftovers if I'm making like a chili or a soup. Some days I will put half of that into the freezer. I'll make a big batch and put half in the freezer. Other days I'll just have a little bit left over, and I'll do that maybe repeatedly, maybe 2 or 3 days in a row. I'll have a little bit left over, and then that will grow enough to be a full leftovers supper where I just get all the leftovers out of the fridge and we eat those up. So like I said, I do like to do the cook once, eat twice. So usually once a week I'm cooking something that half of it goes in the freezer to be a meal for a following week. We don't every week have a meal out of the freezer, but often I will take a meal out of the freezer, like those cook once, eat twice meals that are in the freezer. I can pull that out if I didn't have any plan for dinner that night. I know that that is there. I do like to try out new meals, new recipes for suppers, and I used to have a plan to do that once a week. I definitely don't. But if I'm kind of like hitting a rut in my meal plan, I'll think, okay, why don't I look through my recipe books, find something new that I've never made before? Because I do enjoy trying out new recipes. So after all of those kind of ideas, all of those meals, the rest of my week is usually Instant Pot meals or sheet pan dinners. Those are kind of my go-tos. So I like to cook chili and stew and a whole bunch of different soups. It makes me so sad when summer comes and we don't want to eat soups anymore, because I make like a taco soup, broccoli soup, cauliflower soup, minestrone soup. I like to make a ham and bean soup. The options are endless as far as soups go, and so I use my Instant Pot for that. I also enjoy cooking sheet pan dinners, so I'll just, whatever I have on hand, so potatoes or sweet potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, onions, maybe not all together, mushrooms, but whatever I have on hand, I'll put that onto a cookie sheet as well as whatever meat we have, and I'll put some olive oil and spices on that, stick that in the oven, and that is just a super easy dinner option as well. So as far as making my grocery list now, I feel like this video is kind of all over the place, and that's kind of how my meal planning is too, and my grocery shopping. And it's a kind of time-consuming project, making my grocery list and making my menu. But as a stay-at-home mom, I feel like it is my job to try to make our money stretch, and so I do work hard to keep our grocery bill down, because depending on what we eat or how, like, convenient shopping, or how much I'm working on getting the best prices, our grocery budget could vary a ton, and it could vary a lot between when there was just 2 of us, but now that there are 7 of us and I'm choosing between better priced options and more expensive option, like, our grocery bill could be vastly different. And so here's kind of how my process goes of making my grocery list. So the first thing I do is I look on Flip. I have the Flip app, and I'll look through all of our local flyers and find out what is on sale that week, what the really good sales are. And at our Walmart, I know a lot of you guys tell me you can't do this, but at our Walmart I can price match, and so I shop at Walmart and I price match all those local flyers to get all the best deals, even though I do all of my shopping at Walmart. So for the most part, I know what is in my pantry, what is in my fridge, what needs to be eaten up. And so once I've looked at my flyers, those things that are on a really good sale, I will write those down on my grocery list. So after I've gone through all the flyers, figure out what the really good deals are, I will kind of look at my list and see, okay, out of these meals or out of these items, what meals can I make? So then I'll start to make my menu based on what things were on sale and what I know I already have in my fridge. So then I'll kind of look through my menu plan and see, okay, out of these meals I came up with, what other items do I need to buy in order to complete these meals? So maybe I put chili on my list, and I know I have all the beans I need in the pantry, and ground beef was on sale. Perfect, that makes chili, but I am lacking mushrooms or something extra, corn, something that we like to put in chili that maybe I don't have on hand and it wasn't on sale. But I'll add those extra ingredients in order to make all these meals work onto my grocery list. Then the last thing I do, so my meal plan's written out, my grocery plan is written out, I've written out what is on sale that I saw in the flyers. Then I go through, and some of those items that I needed to put on my list in order to complete the meals on my menu, maybe I didn't see those in the flyers, but maybe they are on sale and they were just hardly on sale, so it wasn't something I saw and thought I need to buy that. But maybe it still is on sale somewhere. So then I'll go back on my Flip app and look at every single item I've written on my grocery list, because you can put that item in a search. So you can search for flyers, or you can search for a specific food item. So let's say I put mushrooms on my list and I didn't see it in a flyer, and so I'll write mushrooms down in the search bar. Then it'll show me the prices for mushrooms in all the different flyers. And so maybe a carton of mushrooms is on sale for $167 and at Walmart it's $187. Then I'll write that down. Okay, I'm gonna price match that at Walmart. And even if it's only 5 or 10 cents cheaper, I'll always price match if I can, because those little savings really do add up to be big savings. So that really completes my grocery shopping list and my meal plan. Then of course I have to go grocery shopping, or like I enjoy doing, shop online. So I go onto the Walmart website and I put all those items into my cart, do the ad matching, all that stuff. Then I go pick them up. And yes, it's a process. Yes, it's time consuming, but meal planning alone saves so much money on your grocery bill. And then when I can price match and find what I can get that is on sale. So if I get especially items that I know that will eat up, like cheese or eggs, if they are on sale, I will buy as many as I can fit in my fridge, because that really adds the savings up if you can stock up when they're on sale, especially when you know you're gonna buy that item again anyways, even if it's not on sale, because your family eats a lot of cheese. Anyway, I hope that helped you guys if you want to get more into meal planning and trying to stick to a budget for groceries. And let me know down below in the comments. I know it's different depending on where you live, how many are in your family, and so on, but let me know how much you spend a month per person in your household. So I know Jordan Page came out a while ago saying $100 a month per person in your house for groceries. And so I'm in Canada, and so for me, $100 American is about 125 Canadian at least. So I figure 125 per person, so times 7 in my house, $700 a month, which is that $700 a month? No, that is, I said 125. So $825. Am I adding that correctly? No, 875. Yes, I homeschool my kids. But when I'm on camera, okay, 700 plus, yeah, $875. So anyways, what I try to stick to is $200 a week. I hope you're following all this. What I try to stick to is $200 a week, and I'm doing pretty well at it. It does take a lot of time in order to stick to that number, but I'm doing pretty well sticking to that number. But let me know what you guys spend on groceries. I'm always curious what other people spend. Anyway, thank you for watching today's video. Again, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.